ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tier 1 Esports, as I, Dragon King Soup, again have taken over the stream for Space Canada TV to bring you a Platoon highlight of this week, Mors Tua Vita Mia, which is the Platoon we're talking about. That's Latin, where you die. I'm not exactly, my Latin's poor, but it's MTVM. That's who we're talking to this week. The Platoon, again, was recorded ahead of time, because that's why a lot of two of the guys, the leader, Corona King, wanted to actually play with his squad, so we recorded the audio ahead of time. Again, you're going to be hearing a lot about our misgivings and dislike with EA in this going on forward. Again, all you can do is file online on those signature petitions and continue to keep the pressure on DICE and EA in order to give us private servers, so we can do more than just this. We can actually give true highlights, have matches, have announced broadcasts with actual great support and quality. So we hope to do that in the future. So make sure, if you're watching this, to make sure to always follow that and always ask for those private servers. But without further ado, we're going to cut it back to the tape version of Superhero Pop-Tart, and surprisingly myself, as we interview MTV as you watch them play the new Grand Operations eventually. Enjoy. Pop-Tarts, take it away.
This is Super Evil Pop-Tarts from Space Canada TV, and welcome to Tier 1 Esports. With us always is executive producer Talk Me to Fail Kitty, and today we'll be I'll be interviewing MTVM, or Latin for Mors Tua Vita Mia, Your Death, My Life. Why don't you both introduce you both to the interviews? Oh God. Come.
Hello everybody, I'm Corona King 13. And I also have Tone Dog 187 here.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, this is going to be interesting. Long day, people. We all have them. So let's get on the road here. First question, as always, is why did you start your platoon?
Well, I started because I wanted to beat more often. And I used to be with Triple X Clan, Cool 71. We did have a great run, but mainly if I was going to do a platoon and we would go in, win or lose, it would all be on me. So I didn't want to put a burden on anybody else besides myself.
Yep.
And why don't you tell us all about MTVM?
There's a bunch of guys. We don't have any girls in our clan yet, but it would be great. We have one, but she's hasn't played Battlefield 5 or hasn't gotten yet. It's been a while since Battlefield 1. But we're just a bunch of people that just love Battlefield, and we can play it well. We love our squad play. We got tanks, medic. We do all the classes. It doesn't matter. We like the challenge on dog tags.
Yep.
We got people who love taking dog tags.
Oh yeah, number one.
Number one with dog tags, huh? Oh, that's some big words there. With your platoon, with all platoons, there's usually a sense of community, and with that sense of community within your platoon, is there like that core that keeps it together for everyone to stay together and keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah. Myself, we got Tone Dog, we also got old school guy Coyote, Diablo, and he's always the one that tells us hey man, let's do this, let's get it together. Tells us what he's played PC back in the day, in the very first Battlefield, so he loved it when Battlefield 5 came out, World War II, and we got a lot of people that are always on and play, and we got people that play other games, that new Apex just came out, so they're kind of on that. But trying to get them to come back, and hey, come back to Battlefield, we got a new Grand Operation. So, pretty fun though. We got a good group.
Would you say that the same thing there, Tone?
Oh yeah, we all have good time. We chat, we make each other laugh. We talk about other teams, especially the Cowboys and the Raiders, and just have a great time playing Battlefield, messing around.
I'll try to be civil with you cowboy player fans, so
Oh,
I'm not going to
really?
say anything.
Yes.
Let's just say Super Bowl 52 champions, worlds.
Hey,
I'll just
I'm
leave it
at
at that.
6.
I just leave it at that. I just leave it at that.
Pop
That's a
Tart,
good one.
just remember, you have 1 to my 6. Just gonna say, it's just you have fun there. Bye bye.
Yeah, yes, and 3 of them have asterisks.
Ouch.
That's nice. So, besides Battlefield 5, are there any other games that you guys play? Probably multiplayer, maybe, mostly. You can talk about other, like, solo games, but is there anything else that you guys play besides Battlefield?
Mostly Battlefield. I do play PUBG. There's only a couple people that will play that game with me. I usually play it on the PC. I do have it on PlayStation 4, but I like the PC a lot better in that game.
Yeah, a couple of guys
really don't have many.
What was that, Tone?
We do play Friday the 13th. You know, a lot of chasing and sword.
Okay, that
game
one.
too.
Yeah, Red Redemption. A couple of the guys we play along, have a little game, and you know, just have some good times.
All right. Okay, so when it comes to organization, and that's a big thing for a lot of platoons, especially when you get a lot of players. What is it do you use to keep all your players updated on, practices, scrimmages, any tournaments, or any other, shenanigans that you guys would like to talk, meme wars? I mean, we all love memes.
Oh yeah, we use Discord and got everybody in there. We have our memes channel, of course. We got our content sharing. Battlefield channel is mostly where everybody's at. General channels we got probably about 10 channels. We just made a new one for the couple of new people like to play Apex. I was like, yeah, we'll make one for y'all. I like that. Okay. So just chat it up. It's like, who's on? All right, jump on. We're on. Everybody get in the party and just have fun.
Takun, I'm looking at our expenditures report here. I don't see any money here that's coming from Discord for all the plugs that we give them. Could you, contact them and say why we don't have any residuals for that? Thank you, Takun. No, seriously, yeah, it seems Discord is the du jour to go with. I mean, one, it's free.
Yeah.
You can put it on almost any platform. Your phone, your laptop, your Tower of Power, tablets if you have them.
Yeah, you got voice channels on there too, so that.
Yep,
that
voice
helps out,
channels
too.
also. I've heard a lot of teams kind of use it, a combination of PlayStation Network or Xbox or whatever you play the
Yeah, you can hook it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and also some people actually use Discord to organize their squads during matches, no less. So I've actually heard a couple platoons actually do that. I mean, you can't really go wrong. I mean, and unlike, say, PlayStation Network, if you've got the PlayStation Network app, which is what we're on PlayStation Network, by the way, viewers. At least with Discord, when there's somebody post, you'll definitely get the notification. Unlike where Facebook and PlayStation Network, you might not get it.
Yeah, definitely. Like when we try to do like a 16v16, you're gonna have 8 people to a party. You gotta let the other party chat know, hey, spawn in or don't spawn in, or hey, switch sides, or whatever you gotta do. Or, hey, this flag, come over here, come to this side. Much easier.
Yep. I mean, any people thinking about making a platoon, this is the first tool you need, is Discord. Really, I can't say it, enough. And basically, that's how you organize everything. And do you think? I mean, we all know that's pretty much how the platoons do it. I mean, if you didn't have this tool, would it be a lot harder to organize your platoon?
Yeah, I would, because this is just like a text message, like on your phone, and it's easy. You can turn your notifications on or off. Going through PlayStation app, I mean, you get that annoying
Yeah.
sound that has, and you have to create a group for everybody, and just this one, at least you have different channels. If someone doesn't want to know about a certain game, like me, Apex, I'll just turn that off. But
Yeah.
leave everything else on. That's just an example. I have everything on, but
All right. Now, is there anyone in MTVM we should be keeping our eyes on in the coming months? Anyone that people should be on the be aware of when they see them on the field of battle?
oh yeah, we got a few guys. We got a couple people that already got past 100 kills in the front lines. I was like, dang. We got Johnny Bootlegger, we got Dawson, we got Thug Nasty.
Don't forget Lava.
Oh, Lava. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Lava's a beast.
Any
Lava
game
is
he
a
plays,
beast.
he'll do good.
So the field of battle is made out of lava when he's on the field. So better watch it, because
Better watch it.
he's gonna burn
He
you.
flows around.
All right.
He's just everywhere.
All right.
He's like a ghost. He's
a ghost made out of lava.
pretty much. Yep. He's there when you see him, and he's there when you're not.
Does he punch boulders? That's the real
Yes.
question.
Is he like Refrigerator Man, and can he punch boulders?
He can punch boulders. Yep. He can fly too.
All right. Well, enough about Lava Boy, who can punch boulders. How about the big bosses? How do you go about when you play Battlefield? Classes that you gravitate toward, your loadout, your basic strategy when you're on the field.
Really just depends. Especially depends what game mode and who's going to run what. I'll do any class besides support. I really don't use that class.
I have sadness in my heart now.
I just don't. I can grab ammo off the people I kill.
That's true.
But we have people that like running support, so they'll throw down the ammo box and give it to me, so it's easier for me.
What would you generally gravitate towards though in a match? If you were to have to pick one class, what would you pick above all the else besides poor support?
It'd probably be the assault class. I'll use my STG. That's my go-to. I got it all golded out. That was the first one I did. So,
and what
probably be medic.
And then followed by medic. What about you, Tone?
I can choose any class. When I squad up with the guys, I just say, hey, pick what you guys want, and let's just go at the objective. And then we just work as a team and get it done.
But same question I gave Corona, if you were to only be able to choose one class, what would you pick? What would your loadout be?
It had to be assault for right now.
Assault. All right.
That's all that firepower.
Yep.
Medic keeps you alive, though. That's a really big one.
All right. Now this is a question that's kind of changed over the course of the lifespan of Battlefield 5. Now, Battlefield 5's been out 5 months, I think. Yeah, about 5 months. No, 4 months.
About 5.
Four going on 5 months.
It's coming up on 5.
Yeah. We've had tons of patches. We went through the whole time to kill debacle. We also have another debacle, which we'll get into later on. What's your impression, though, of Battlefield 5 in its current state coming from Battlefield 1? If you had to use a comparison.
Well, I think, of course, more maps would be best. I understand what they're trying to do with all these little game modes, squad conquest. It can be fun, but too small. I like the bigger maps. Battlefield was made for the big fields, like tank warfare, airplanes, and everything with it. So I like it. I like the gunplay. I'm glad that they decided to go back to what they originally did. I was really eager to play the game. I flew all the way out to LA to play at EA Play.
Wow,
Get
really?
my hands on it early. Yeah, it was pretty good. I got myself 2 dog tags. I'm wearing one, and I have another one that I'm gonna give to Coyote. I just need to get it to him. I promised him one.
Sweet. How about
I
you,
love
Tone?
To be honest with you, this is my first game that I played the beta and then pre-ordered to launch, and just really had a fun time playing all the new loadouts and the new game and get a fresh start of it, other than just jumping into Battlefield 1 like I did late. So I enjoy it personally. I know there's a lot of bugs, there's a lot of issues, but that's all fixable with the company who's going to be doing it. So I love it. I have no complaints, to be honest with you.
All right. I mean, I got, just like you said, you Tone Dog, I got into Battlefield 1 late. I wanted to play with Dragon and all the other guys because it sounded like they were having fun. Granted, I'm not that good of a player, but I still had fun when I played with them. From Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5, what changes do you think pose a challenge for players that are switching from the one to the other? Because there's a lot of differences within the game. A lot of things changed. Anything that you thought posed a challenge for players when they were transitioning from one game to the other?
There's big ones. Definitely the gunplay. Time to kill. Can't run out there and be Rambo. You're gonna get shot like in two bullets from a sniper or somebody. So just gotta play more smart. And you can run out there, throw some smoke, but they know where you're going. So those are the biggest ones, I think. You gotta be a little bit smarter on your game.
How about you, Tone Dog? Anything you want to add to that, or is he pretty much hit it on the nail?
He's pretty much on the nail. Battlefield 1, I feel like you can play with 2-3 guys that you know and still accomplish your objectives. With Battlefield 5, I think you need a whole squad to communicate, get downfield, use every resource you have with the medic and the support class, even the sniper class. Throw those flares out, call them out. That way, when I'm down to my last clip, I know that the guys behind me have my back.
All right. When it comes to the competitive play, the changes from Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5, what do you think probably was the one thing that people had to learn fast, going from one to the other, to be truly competitive in Battlefield 5?
Biggest things, probably awareness, where you are, positioning, knowing your flanking routes. Try not to be Rambo, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Help your teammate. Give health. You get to toss out that pouch.
All right. Where did you guys cut your teeth in the competitive scene with Battlefield within the series? Because there's of course been many games.
Right.
Where did you guys get your first taste of the adrenaline that is called competitive?
It was back when I was with Cooler and Triple X. I was in a party. I made friends with Beats from Triple V on PlayStation. I was just playing, and I added him, or he added me. I think I added him, and he was telling me all about it. And Coyote was the one that's like, "Yeah, man, I didn't know they still had these going on," because he used to do it back on PC, like the very first Battlefields. And I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. And then I got cool into it. I was like, hey man, let's do this. Let's try it out. I mean, nothing could hurt us, just play. Yeah, that's what it is. I know you want to win. Sometimes you lose, but it's all about having fun. At the end of the day.
How about you, Tone Talk? Did you get into the competitive scene the same time as his, or a little bit later on down the line?
A little bit later down the line. I just happened to go through Battlefield 1 and all the menu sections that it said platoons. So I checked it out. Triple X caught my eye. I applied. Next thing you know it, a week later, I'm in a tournament match, not knowing what to do and scared out of my mind.
But it was fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun because not only did I get to watch myself on YouTube later on play, but how many times I died was kind of embarrassing. So
well,
I
don't worry about it.
Step up my game.
It's probably a lot less than what I usually do. But still, I mean, the fun of the match, the competitive, plus you get to see yourself and you know, hearing the call outs from the commentators. I mean, it's just nothing like, you know, competitive league Battlefield matches. Just really. And since we're talking about, you know, when you got the competitive scene for you, Tone Dog, and especially when you said when you got into the competitive scene, Corona, if someone was thinking about joining a platoon or starting their own platoon, and with the experience that you both have on the different ways you got into your platoons, and then starting them, what kind of advice would you give to people thinking of that? Why don't we go with let's go with the easy one. Then we go with joining a platoon. What advice would you give them if they were thinking about joining one?
Well, I would say do your research, maybe like watch a few videos that they have, see if that's the environment you want to be in. I'm sure there's lots of great ones out there. We got a whole bunch in Tier 1 that jump in. You're probably going to make friends anyways. If you have a phone, that'd be great, because in Discord, communication, you need to know when the matches are or who's on, squad up, and just have some fun.
Would you you got anything else to add to that one, Tone Dog, or you think that's pretty much the whole kit and caboodle there?
That's pretty much all it. As long as you have at least 4 to 5 other, you know, platoon leaders, in a sense, where you can relay the message, pass it along, just keep communicating. That way, when you first start to join and get into games, you guys all know how to communicate a lot better.
And now when it comes to actually starting a platoon, I don't know which one of you guys want to take this question first, but it's in Takun the Fail Kitty likes to lob grenades, so there's the grenade. Who wants to jump on it first?
I'll jump on that one.
Takun has a place in her Valhalla when you pass this world in your mortal coil. So
Well, I would say you got to find people that are dedicated, want to play the game. Of course, everybody likes different games, but if their main game is Battlefield, you know you can probably count on them to be there whenever you have a match or anything. Having Discord is the key thing. We said it so many times. Discord.
Cha-ching, 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 Discord. Oh, go on, sorry.
Also, if you can find a variety of players, we've got a lot of people that play Soul, Medic. You're going to need Scout, or Tanker, definitely a Tanker. He is big for a pilot. You're going to play in these Conquest matches. Most of the competitive stuff that we're probably going to be doing is Frontlines, which is one of the best game modes that I come up with. Definitely need that tanker.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
All classes got to come together.
Alright, how about you, Tone Talk? Any more advice you would like to add to that?
Well, Corona hit it right on the dot.
Alright. Getting a buzz from the broadcast booth, Dragon One has a question he wishes to ask you. Dragon?
Yeah, so you were speaking about pilots and tank drivers, and we have a new executive producer, if you didn't know, Pop-Tart. It's Lieutenant Starbuck of the Battlestar Galactica. She asks, you know, what type how important in this battlefield are pilots? I'm surprised I said that name with a straight face. My roommates hate that cat name, but I don't care. But so yeah, what are the importance of pilots? We've seen in a lot of the other groups, like with vets, tank driving is their like key to victory. We've seen in a lot of other teams, like, is piloting your guy's specialty? Is ground game your guy's specialty? Is combined assault kind of your specialty? Like, you're not great at, you're not like superb in any situation. You can kind of adapt on the fly. So what kind of, how would you generally describe your style of gameplay without giving things away to other platoons?
Basically, I try to get everybody to do all classes, and definitely gonna have some tank drivers, and having pilots like all around is can't go wrong with that. And you could surprise some people. Like on front lines, you're not gonna have planes, so you're gonna have the ground game and your tanker. Gotta keep the tank alive. Gotta have someone to repair. But the pilots, if you're gonna play like Conquest, we've done some in the past, like internationals. Got flares. Those pilots can definitely take out a tank from the air, swoop down out of the sky, and just help you out. Shoot those ground troops, let you know where they're at. You know, stay alive up there. Also, you can spawn in there, jump out. It's just like playing airborne, jump out of the plane. Be a big way to get a flank on.
Now, when it comes to teams you've played, and we'll go with the competitive scene especially, is there any team that you would call your rival? And if you wouldn't call them, and I mean rival not in a mean way, but kind of like a Goku Vegeta way.
Yeah, like someone I enjoy playing.
Yeah, enjoy playing, and you know them so well that, you know, it's like the back of your hand, but you still look forward to those matches. Is there a team that stands out or a rival on either of your minds?
Well, like I said before, I was with Triple X. Our rival was Warp, and we were actually pretty balanced. We played a front lines match.
Did you say Warp?
Yes.
Warpigs.
Warp. Yeah, Warpig. Yeah, I was just using their...
Oh, no, I've interviewed them, so, yeah.
Yeah, I would say they're still rivals, as you call it. And I would be Triple X, because we used to be with them, and then I know them, we played all the time, and it would just be fun to have everybody get back in and play against each other and see how we do. I think we were pretty balanced when we played Warpigs, and I think I did watch that interview, or at least part of it, when he was talking about the front lines match, and it was pretty close. They ended up pulling all of it out. It was really fun. That was actually my favorite match that I've ever did so far here in Tier 1.
Nice. Now, a question I always ask, and it always comes down to playstyle. And we had it, the way I had worded before, I changed it up. Thanks to Miss V. from Blueberries of War for the new way of so it's used to be skill players versus positional players, but I think I was like Odin who said that everyone is a skill player. So why don't we're now calling it run and gunners or shock troops versus positional players. What do you how would you describe those particular play styles, and what would the positive of both be?
To be honest, I think they're really combined here. Because you gotta have gun skill, and you gotta have cover. That's your position. And also, if you want to be on the flag, you gotta know where the enemy could run through this hallway, or where could they flank. You know, and also the big thing, very big thing that I tell my guys is you gotta find your groove in your customize. Like my sensitivity is at 100%, and they're like, "How can you play like that?" I was like, I gradually went up, and it's a lot easier to turn around if someone's shooting you in the back and just get them, catch them off guard. That and also like your dead zone. So you just got to find your own groove. Got some guys that do 50%. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. You know, everybody's different.
Mm.
And your aim, you gotta know when to take the shot. If you just start spraying, and you gotta be aware of your surroundings too, because if you just start shooting, you're gonna have enemies seeing you, attracted to you, and just maybe just take you out. Be like 10 guys right there, and you're dead.
All right. And how about you, Tone Dog? How would you describe them, and what do you think the positives are of each?
The positives I see, the shock troopers. I think just the overall, you know, gunfight that they're going to be doing. I mean, I am more of a support player and a positional player, so I'll call out. I'll let the guys know, like our first runners and shooters who we have on our team, and I'll tell them, hey, they're over there. I'll point them out. I'll yell map coordinates, and once you combine those together, it's just an overall better experience when you play. So.
Yeah, and also, especially if you get shot on the downstage, you can look around in Battlefield 5 and you can tell them, hey, they're right here around this corner to my right, or see where I got shot, look in this window right here, second window to the left, or something like that. Always those call-outs are going to be huge.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not downing one type of play style from the other. It's just a lot of people like me, when I first started playing Battlefield 1 with Dragon and the guys from BSR 5. They're no longer Platoon now, but I mean, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to go do stuff, and I still kind of don't. I have a better idea though when all the matches that I've watched. But it's good for people who are thinking about getting into Battlefield 5 and are like, I don't know, it's just a bunch of people running around shooting each other. I mean, where do I fit in the whole grand scheme of the game? So it's just a question we ask. So, there is kind of that play style, the shock troops, runner gunners, because you need them to take positions and move up. But you need your guys in the position spots doing, you got, your support, your poor support class that you're not too fond of, Corona, building, stuff, putting out the ammo crates. You could say that depending on the type of medic you are, whether you're a combat medic or just stay there and make sure people are alive medic, it's just for anyone thinking about getting in the Battlefield, the types of play that you can go about, depending on your skill and what your Jimmy Jam is. So it's just something we like to ask. Dragon would like to know, how important is squad speed in competitive play? Actually, is coming from our chat from Jedi Polaris.
Okay, well, you gotta keep moving. That's a big key, especially with like front lines. Can't stay in the same spot. You gotta always try to flank. That's one of the biggest things, and stay alive. As our Johnny Bootlegger says, you gotta stay alive. Always gotta get that spawn, and just in case 3 out of your 4 squad mates go down, you got somewhere to spawn. Because if you don't, then you're gonna have to spawn way back at the point and run all the way back. That's that same thing even with Conquest. You got all those flags, and if you don't have any of them, or you don't have a spawn beacon out somewhere hiding out, you're gonna get spawn trapped. And you have to fight your way out, and that really not that fun. But it kind of is if you want a challenge. But you gotta keep moving in this game.
Yeah.
Don't stay in the same spot.
I think Jedi's also said in the chat their coordination is key.
Yep.
All right,
Always
now
gotta communicate.
usually we ask a question about my play style for the video I usually supply, but unfortunately we can't do it this time. So I get off scot-free of getting made fun of this time. So
Well, hold on, we're not done yet, Pop-Tart.
oh, what?
We might not be making fun of you, but we will speak of a certain type of playstyle So the question I had was, with the style of gameplay I play is very similar to yours. It's a speeds playstyle, whereas you poo-poo support. I take support to this what I call a different level of transcendence. Whereas support players normally like to put their bipod down, they like to give the ground in their belly a good scratch, and they wait.
Yep.
I am not that
Do that a
support
lot.
player. I pull out the FG42, I say screw the bipod, and I run with my medics, and I win with my support guys, because the FG42 in this game allows you to bullet hose just like a good SMG can. So a close range support is what I call it when you play the FG42, because you don't have to worry about being outclassed, because you can fire just as quickly up close as other people. That's my style of gameplay. How would that fit into your group?
Oh, you got people that say the FG gun is one of the best in the game. I personally haven't used it that much because, you know, I'm always using my other classes, and I'm gonna get there.
Because support class don't matter.
No, it matters. It's huge. I just got other people playing it, so I don't have to.
Come to the support side. Come, we have cookies.
Actually, support was one of my favorites in Battlefield 1. I would use that. What was that gun? The Madsen. That was.
Oh yeah!
Oh yes!
Oh
we
yeah!
can't say it in the stream, but we have a name for it. It's the mother effing Madsen, and
Oh.
I hope it comes back.
Oh, if it comes back, I'll give support another look.
Oh, just thinking about that Madsen made my nips hard.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it because it's like obscured their view, and I'm like, it actually was okay. I didn't mind it.
Oh no, that was my gun of choice, and I had no problems looking down
I think that was my
sights.
top gun in support. Most kills with it. I just use it all the time. But
how would
I'll give it a
Dragon's
chance.
support playstyle fit in a squad or in your platoon?
oh, it definitely fit because we like to run and gun. We got a couple people that'll just like sit back and help us out with those ammo and stuff like that, and support class wrenching our tank, and that'll get you points, of course, up there on the leaderboard. It'll definitely help out.
How
As long
about
as you get some kills and toss out the ammo, that's what we need.
all right? How about you, Tone Dog? If Dragon was in your squad, how would it fit within the squad you usually roll out with?
It fit perfect. I'll be his medic, he'll be my support, and we'll just run through.
All right. All right. So one thing that I've watched a lot of matches, commentated a lot of matches with Dragon and some other people that have come in when Dragon wasn't available, and Talking to Fail Kitty was decided that she didn't want to talk for that day. When it comes to competitive matches, when it means something, I've noticed that tanks, at least we'll go back to Battlefield 1 because that's when I started commentating for matches. Tanks are really integral to any strategy for any platoon that they had, and the tank drivers that I watched were really ace. I mean, good. I mean, not just good in the tank, but also good on foot.
Right.
Most people think that people who get into tanks, say they're not in the know, think, oh, they just in there to not die quick, and they'll have big guns that they'll be able to get lots of kills with. And we all know that's not the case. What does it take to be an ace tank driver? And in your view, do you think tanks play as an important role as it did in Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5?
Well, I think it's actually more important now, especially with the time to kill, because that tank's going to take you out. You can't just run up in front of it. You got to have your teammate help though repairing, because those Panzerfausts can take out a tank. That was like 2 people with Panzerfausts can blow up a tank pretty quick. You got to know where you're at, You got to set your tank up though. This is where, I mean, you sit on a hill and watch the objective and help your team out. Or you can't just roll up in there, because you do that, like probably half the team is going to be assault class. That's the main one that seems to be out there every time I get killed. It's either that or a sniper. Sometimes medic, but assault class, you got to be careful with that. Also, you got to upgrade your tanks, especially here in Battlefield 5. Personally, I like Panzer 4. It has everything I need. The Tiger's pretty good. I mean, it got the arm, but it just turns slow. It's big. Panzer 4, it's maneuverable. The armor's good, and you can get those armor-piercing rounds. Well, so you can fight.
How about
when you know you're down.
How about you, Tone Dog? What's your view of tank drivers?
As long as they have a gunner, they will survive as long as they can with the ammo they have. If you're on my squad, if you're not on my platoon, but if we join up in the squad, you get in the tank, I'm gonna jump in there and I'm just gonna start shooting, protecting your six, calling out calls if you can hear me through the chat. But with the tanks, I think you need at least a gunner with you at all times to survive close quarters, small maps like front lines, and yeah.
Yeah, and from what I understand, they've done the repair work a lot different than it was in Battlefield 1. It used to have some of the matches, you know, with the tank drivers, they would have a dedicated team that would be with them, but it's just not like the way it was in Battlefield 1 when it comes to repairing tanks. Plus, also, no unlimited ammunition.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure you get your repair guys up. Rem set up, because you can't jump out of the tank. You can get shot and killed. You lose your tank. That's that's a no-no. Can't do that.
All right, and we got a question here from Dragon. What tactics does your team find most effective to take objectives?
I would say stay alive and flank.
Yep, the almighty flank. The almighty flank.
Yeah. Staying alive is huge, because if your whole team gets wiped off, especially on the front lines, you're gonna lose that flat quick, and that's not good. And you're gonna get pushed back, and then you gotta fight again. Because I think front lines, if you don't blow up any objectives, it's the amount of flags you capture. So if you end up at the middle, draw. But if you get that one extra flag push, that right there at the very end, and you're alive and you wipe the other team out, probably gonna win the match.
All right. How about you, Tone Dog?
Yeah, same. We flank. Sometimes I'll let the guys know I'm gonna go straight up the middle. You guys go right. You guys go left, whichever you prefer, and let's take this objective.
Make a sandwich.
You gotta distract them too. Yeah, you gotta distract them too. Make them think you're coming their own way.
Gotta distract them. I'll be the Rambo and get killed for a couple times just so we can take that objective, but it's all about
that's
teamwork.
what we got Coyote for, man. That's what we got Coyote.
So that's basically you would be the feint, and then they would come in on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when it comes to matches that you've played in, and where after the game is done and you're off your adrenaline high, you're sitting back, you're just throwing a bunch of bullshit amongst each other, but you're sitting there and you're wondering to yourself, and you think to yourself, wow, we came in here and our guys, we just basically owned it. We came in and we took the house and it's ours, and we locked them out. Is there a match that stands out on either one of your minds that basically gave you a big old smile at the end of the day?
Well, to be honest, when I was with Triple X, I think we played 3 total front lines. Sadly, we didn't win any of them, but I would say that when we played War Pigs, I was actually pretty happy that we stuck in there and we didn't get beat, bad. I mean, it was a good match. And actually, this Sunday we're going to be playing a Frontlines match against ARX. Not sure how they're a new platoon to Tier 1.
Okay.
We're going to try to do a T12. Hopefully getting 16-16, and with the servers ISAF can give us, they said they had a method. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but hopefully we can all get 16-16, see how that goes, and hopefully we can win that one.
All right. So it is time to take some questions that I've gathered through my interviews, and if there's Dragon, this is the time for you to throw out some questions too yourself from the booth. Why don't I just go with a pretty easy one? You know what? No, hold on. I forgot the question that really needs to be answered, and it's the one that Takun and Fail Kitty is now butting her head on to tell me to ask. And Dragon, you can get in on this too. Servers. We've been talking about it for a long time. It's a thorn right now inside of the community. When Battlefield came out, EA and DICE said, oh, there'll be servers, we just don't know when. And then they said, no, we don't want to give you servers because it's not worth it. This is your turn, both of you. Take your time. Give DICE and EA a piece of your mind right now. The soapbox is yours.
Well, we need them, DICE. we would really love them. It really helps out communities stay together, because right now got people branching off and going and playing different games, and that's what's losing people not playing Battlefield anymore. We could play servers that you provide, but it's just not the same. You know, we want to have our own service, have our own map rotation, take off. Say we don't want to do a V1 rocket. I love them, but I mean, we want to take that off, take certain, put our own rules to it, and it makes it more fun. We'll definitely pay for the servers that you can get some money.
Yep.
Personally, I think premium should have stayed, because with the amount of content we're getting has been lacking, and that could have paid for our servers. That could have paid for more maps right away. It could have done a lot more, and I would have been happy to pay for that. $50, it was worth it for however long this game lasts, and I hope it lasts 4 years, but it's looking like 2 right now. But we'll see. It's really something we need, and I bet you'll get a lot more people come back, play this game, because they can get all their community's members back, and you make more sales.
Money, 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 money. Ka-ching, you love that, EA. How about you, Tone Dog? What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Go for it. Give them both
DICE,
barrels.
we need them, DICE. I'm a newbie to this whole franchise of competitive playing, and it kind of sucks trying to get everybody to play Battlefield, but everybody else is playing Apex because it's more entertaining and, you know, whatever they like with other games that they have. But I want servers so I can start to, you know, upgrade my gameplay and be a better player and hopefully be a YouTube star like everybody else. And their Corona, I'm sure you are, Pop Tart. Your Dragon.
Not in Battlefield. You won't be seeing me on the field of battle, but I will commentate. I'm happy to do that.
But yeah, that's my.
Yeah, like especially like Broken Machine. He's been saying it too, because he wants to play with his, you know, members also, like that's in his platoon, or even his supporters, subscribers. A lot of that definitely help out. We'll pay you. Give it to us, please.
I need to commentate a match. When I've been saying this, and it comes off as somewhat, you know, silly and jokey, but I miss watching two competitive teams, two groups of people who put a lot of time, money, and effort into the endeavor that they are, which is competitive gaming within the with Battlefield. I love watching people who play. I mean, we joke that I'm a bad player, but I still understand, you know, tactics, the strategies that you put in the you know, feints and flanking.
Yeah,
I love
practice.
I love watching the skill being paid off for both teams, regardless of who wins or loses, because at the end you're still enjoying this hobby that we love, and not being able to watch a match and give out those callouts, and you can hear your names at you know when you're on a kill streak, or you know, some silly thing I might come out, but still putting it, you know, giving it, you know, showing, hey, this guy's doing this and he's showing you how to do that. I miss that, and without these servers, the community's suffering. I mean, when I started commentating in Battlefield 1, I thought the community was super huge and was just the greatest thing since sliced bread. And now they're doing this, and just hearing that, you know, how bad the community is hurting and bleeding, kind of, because people are shutting shops up and going, like I said, going to other games and not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think even with the poor sales, if they gave us servers, it would bring a lot of people back, and they would start buying more cosmetics whenever they gave that to us. It would make people happy. That's like one of the #1 things that players are looking for.
Yeah.
And if I could just jump in.
Go for it.
Just dear EA, you know, you just released a game for free that everyone loves, an Apex Predators, made by the guys who made the old Call of Duty games, the guys who made Titanfall, which you ruined twice. Let's admit it, you messed with it twice, and then you went to them to bail you out. You just released Anthem in one of your multiple release dates, and it sucks. It literally is getting review bombed by every single person. Your only ace in the hole right now are 2 multiplayer games. One that you basically have already botched, which is this game with its release. The thing you can do is actually listen to your communities and actually candor to your paying customers, the people who will give you money. The fact that you're not even willing to think that it's even worth your time is the reason why you see Kingdom Hearts make $6 million in 6 million copies in 6 days. The reason why Resident Evil can sell 3 million copies in 3 days. The reason why all of these other games and their pre-sale releases besides yours can make all this money is because you have disappointed your base. Just look at anything. If you don't have your base with you, you can't do anything. People have been elected based upon a base. People have earned tons of money by pandering to a certain demographic. Your demographic makes videos. It is literally the lifeblood of your game. If you don't answer to that, your main income, your whales, are going to go and do something else. And because of that, you're seeing platoons like BSR 5. You're seeing a lot of other leagues just basically shutting up shop until those servers come up. That's players to your game that are just giving up on you. They might not come back now. This is not DICE's fault, like I like to point out. This is EA's. 7.3 million copies is nothing to scoff at. That's 7.5 million people who may have played it, and 89% of them left after like an hour and a half. Something is wrong internally at EA for them to go, and it's why literally their competition, Japan, has basically been able to slap them across the face and go, remember how to make games? Because we did. We saved us in the 80s. We're doing it again. Get out of our way. And that's the problem. And that's just my 2 pieces.
Yeah. All right. Well, Talking Gonna Kill Fail Kitty, thank you for dragging that dead horse from wherever you hide it. Can you please drag it back, because it's really smelling and the carpet's kind of getting annoying. Thanks, Taku.
You know, another thing to point out, why would DICE go through the trouble to make spectator broadcasting?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Andrew had a great article about it, and I'm just like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I have no idea why would they go through the trouble of that. It's there. Why don't you use it? Take Battlefield 1, copy and paste it over here. You might need to do a couple changes here and there, but just use the same format that you did, and then we'll be happy.
There's more. I mean, I haven't got my hands on the game yet, but I've seen, you know, at Dragons, you know, it's got so many more options. Stuff that you would just, I wish I had on Battlefield 1. And now it's here in Battlefield 5, but for what use? Yeah, there's guys that do videos, and that's nice, but they're there more for the competitive aspects, to show those flanks, those moves, those kill streaks, those stands at you know, objectives, and those last-minute saves. Yeah, why did they put it in there? And then all of a sudden they're like saying, oh no, we're not going to have servers. Anyway, again, Takun's already dragged I don't know where she took the dead horse. It's somewhere in my apartment. I don't know where it's at. She must be using Febreze or something to keep the smell from permeating in here. But let's go with some other questions before we shut it down. Like I was going to go with the one. What's your favorite gun so far in the match? In the game, sorry.
Oh, yeah, a lot. I can say per class. I try that.
Sure, go for it.
SCG. That's a pretty good one. I haven't played with the Thompson yet, but I hear it's good. I see videos a lot. But I've been using the ZK 383. I think that's what the number is. That one's one of my favorites. Oh, the support class, yeah. Not sure on that one.
Bring
I mean, use a lot of that would help. I do like I don't even have the MG42, so I have to use the MG34, but that one's fun. I have a couple times used that FG, that it rips. Sniper, I would say Crag, probably my favorite.
How about you, Toon Dog?
I love my M1A1 carbine. That's my baby right there.
Oh, yeah, that's
A lot of people love that.
That's a beast. I like the FG. I like the FG, but the Lewis gun is pretty op too. Medic, it's kind of hard because the stand gun is just there, just for, you know, kicks and giggles. The sniper, I'm not too fond of the sniper class, but I guess I could say the throwing knives. How about that?
Those are fun.
How about a gun that when you first got your hands on it and you looked at it and you thought it was just going to be a piece of garbage, but then you found out it was a diamond in the rough, that it became your Jimmy Jam, your peanut butter to your jelly? Is there a gun that you thought was just absolute total garbage but actually is just a beast?
I can't think of one. I'm on the computer right now. I can look at my stats on it, what I've been using.
Off the top of your head, think of something that you saw that you thought it was complete garbage and actually ended up being pretty good.
Me was the stand. Sorry,
stand.
Carl, I had to say it. I thought it was garbage. I kept getting mad because I kept getting killed by that gun, and I was just like, how am I getting shot by that little pipe with a little thing in the end?
I do love the MP40.
How am I getting killed by this? But after a while, after I started using it, I'm like, now I know why everybody uses this gun. This gun is just, you know, I can sit, lay, and shoot, and run, and kill myself, and go get some more ammo, come back, and shoot you again.
Yeah, I probably have to agree. It'd be that one.
What was that other gun?
The MP40.
The MP40?
That's a pretty good one. It's like marshmallows at first, but once you know how to use it, it could be fun.
Yes. I believe Dragon said the Sten was a gun that actually would explode and actually blinded the actual inventor of it. It was not a very good gun in real life.
I did look up some history on that. It was quick, cheap, easy to make. That's what they used, and they were short of weapons at that time, and that was one of the ones that they just mass produced and they got out there.
Yep, and they were easy to explode too.
That's why they were so cheap.
When let's go with a theoretical. Say we get those servers, and matches, leagues form up, and sometimes leagues put down some rules, and some weapons sometimes get banned. More for balance and gameplay and stuff like that. Which gun in each one of your estimates would you think would get banned in league play?
I personally would say everything's on the table. I would agree to no V1 rocket. Because you can it's kind of cheap and you can take out the whole team, but I mean, it's fun. I would say everything on the table. Whatever dice is put in there, go ahead and use. That's me.
Alright. How about you, Tone Dog?
I think that MG42 is going to be not there to play when it comes down to it. I don't.
Yeah.
I hate getting killed by that gun when I see someone laying down from, clear across the other map. But that is the game. It is part of it. I can't get mad. It's just sometimes I'm just like, damn, I failed at that timing moment. I got shot by that guy far away who's level 3, and it just stings. It just hurts just a little. But see, when someone's level 50 and they have it, I'm like, okay, you worked at it. You played other, you use other weapons. You mastered them. You got to that gun in the support class to get it. I'll give you that, but I don't know. It's just me.
All right. Your least favorite map?
Panzer Storm.
Panzer Storm?
That, I heard they just dropped that new Granite Operation. I heard it's a lot better. It's just so big. I mean, Battlefield is they gotta have a huge map. Just getting point to point, and of course you got vehicles. It's fun, but maybe half the size of that. That's probably going to be used for a staple for Firestorm that's supposed to come out next month.
All right. How about you, Tone Dog? Got one that gets in your crawl?
Oh yeah, Hamada.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Oh yeah, Hamada. Yeah, Hamada.
Now with Conquest, I hate it, but with Frontlines, I love that map. That map.
All right.
That map is where one of our platoon members got 159 kills just playing with the support guns.
Hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Corona? Support guns.
No, I don't think it was support. I think he was using an assault class. Because he told me
he was assault. Yeah, but I think most of the kill, I think it was the Lewis gun. I think
it was the Lewis gun you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does use that gun. It was Johnny Bootlegger. Just so you can get some credit out there.
All right.
There you go, Johnny.
A couple more questions. Not too many left. Aim assist. What's your thoughts on it?
I turn it off. It messes with me. It snaps to a target. And I think it should be removed.
You think the same thing, Tone Dog?
Yep.
All right.
It annoys me.
All right. Out of the whole Battlefield series so far, depending on your experience of what you've played, and I know, Tone Dog, you said you got in Battlefield 1. Which one of the previous Battlefield games does Battlefield 5 remind you of?
For me, I would say Battlefield 3 and 4.
3.
Also, a mix of Battlefield 1, but that's probably more of the UI.
Mm-hmm.
But more of the gunplay from 4.
4?
And 3.
Alright.
I started with Battlefield 3. Oh.
Okay. And I know Tone Dog, you said you started with 1, so...
Well, yeah, I started with the 1 when it came to tournaments and competitive play. I did play Battlefield 4 for a little bit. One of my friends has it. And, I don't know, I couldn't get into that type of gameplay because I wasn't used to it, I'm still a newbie, basically. But after a while, and then jumping to Battlefield 1, I just love it.
Okay. Alright, so, why don't you guys tell us all about Tier 1 gaming?
Your one is great. That's how I started getting into competitive, and like I said earlier, I got through Beats, Triple V. They're the ones that got me in here. The community's great. We have those events when we do have servers, and we have a lot of active people. But since we haven't had servers, it's been active, but people are playing other games, and that's what sucks. So please dice, and we say it again. Overall, it's pretty good. Right now, I'm actually heading up the top play, so I'm trying to keep the community more involved to play and to get some of those nice clips and send them in. So if you got any out there, you go ahead and top 3, get a best community in the world emblem. I'll send you the code. You get top voted on. See what happens.
Yeah. How about you, Tone Dog? What's your thoughts on Tier 1 gaming?
Same as Corona. I'm new to this, like I said. I'm not trying to repeat myself all and over again, but it's kind of like a brotherhood how I see it. A lot of people chatting, having a good time, playing, especially Ender. I still owe him his dog tags because he kept taking mines in Battlefield 1. And hope he hears this, but I will get your tags, Ender.
I've gotten his before.
Yeah, see, yeah, don't rub it in. Stop rubbing it in. Come on.
But come on, that's all what it's about. It's rubbing it in a good way.
Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. But Tier 1 as a whole, the way I've, have seen the YouTube channels that they have, I watch all the videos that he posted on there. It just seems like they all know what they're doing. And, like I said, brothers, we all come together, have fun, and sisters. I'm sure there's a lot of gamer girls on there too. I apologize, but just fun, no problems, having a good time overall.
All right. Okay, so guys, this is your chance to drop some links where they find you and any other whatnot you got to get people to know more about MV. No, wait, I think I said that wrong. Yes, I did. I was thinking about MTV, but it's more about your Platoon. Oh, why'd you pick something Latin? I've been trying. I want to say it, but I'll keep thinking I'm going to mispronounce that.
Mors to Vita Mea.
There you go. There you go. It's your turn to sell stuff. Go for it.
Well, you can find us on Tier1esports.com. We have our Platoon set up there. You can click on Teams. Go ahead, apply there, or join the Discord for Tier 1. You can send me a message or Tone Dog. We will reply back to you as soon as we see the message. I usually have my notifications on all the time, so it would be a pretty quick response from me. Right now, we don't have a website, but that's the best way to get in contact with us. Also, you can place there some messages. Corona King 13, you can message me there. There's Tone Dog underscore, but there's Tone Dog underscore 187. That's how you can message him. Get you in touch with the Platoon, Discord setup, and everything like that. I also have a YouTube channel that I've been trying to grow. I got a whole 51 subscribers. Thank you for everybody that subscribed. It's the same as my username Corona King 13, and comment on there, and hope you'll like some of my videos that I've been posting. I'm trying to do about 2 a week, but it's doing work. It's about 1. Yeah, hopefully see you all on the battlefield, and y'all join the Platoon. That'd be great. Hope to see you there.
All right. So there you go, folks. There's the Corona King and Tone Dog from Mors to Vita Mea. So yeah, I can pronounce it when I'm looking at the words and not trying to think it in my mind. Why'd you Prick, such a dead language for. Oh, never mind. Anyway. There you go. If you are looking for a platoon to join, sounds like they're taking recruits. Hit him up on the places that they said you could hit him up at. Check out his YouTube channel, especially if you like your sweet, sweet Battlefield action. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, Tone Dog and Corona King, for coming in and answering my questions and Dragon's questions and dealing with talking to Veil Kitty. I know she's weird, but, you know, she's a cat and she thinks she's a human, but, you know, what can you say? Thank you, viewers, for watching. You can find me on Space Canada TV. We do streams for various games. We do Destiny. We do Monster Hunter. Me playing survival horror games, which I'm horrible at, and is, you know, fun for everyone else except for me. And Division 2, when it drops on the 15th, you can watch the Madam Hockey and her Enforcer stream. You'll love it. Trust me. Just don't have any kids in the same room. It's not for them. You could also subscribe to Tier 1 Esports for everything from Battlefield, especially when we get those servers and we can play those games. This is where you want to be. I'll be here. Dragon will be here. Executive producer Talking to Fail Kitty will always be with us. So hopefully we get those servers. Remember, bombard EA with everything you can and let them know you want servers. You want the community to not dry up and die. You don't want your hobby and your passion and all the hard work for all these platoons to go for naught. It's a great community. I've talked to so many different people since I've been doing interviews for Tier 1. I don't want this to go away. I enjoy it. Corona King, Tone Dog, and Dragon, we enjoy it. We wouldn't be so passionate about it if we didn't. So, as I like to say always, for everyone that was here, Dragon King Soup, Corona King, Tone Dog, and as always, executive producer Talking to Fail Kitty, my name is Super Evil Pop Tarts. Thank you for watching, and like we like to say in Space Canada, in space, no one can hear you apologize. Dragon, it's all up to you now.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll have some little coyote flying a plane here at the end of it. You can follow us, me, Pop-Tart, and all of our exploits on Space Canada TV. All one word, as we do all sorts of different streams, as Pop-Tart announced. And you can see more content from some by Corona King here with the top plays every month on Tier 1 Gaming, as well, Tier 1 Esports, as well as these type of things here. And once we get servers, you'll see other things, such as matches and other things, and other types of content. So keep it here for all of your Battlefield, some of your Battlefield needs, if not all of them. And thank you. We'll see you soon, hopefully, once we get another team lined up for another Platoon highlight. So thank you, and good night. Have a good one.